Bro, you know what I peeped? America is the only place where that gender and masculinity stuff is such an issue. Cause as a Nigerian guy, I can shake Nash and wind my waist and do all that stuff. And that stuff is regular. That stuff is seen as regular because it's part of our culture back in Africa. But if me in Nigeria, I mean, not Nigeria, please. Me in America, when I do that stuff here, people will look at you and be like, you little, like, no. That's just the culture. Since when did the dancing become... It's like in America, bro, it's like you have to try to look a certain part just for people to accept you as a man or something like that or whatever it is. I promise you, the man that is shaking his nyash and wasting and this and that is more manly than this American person that's over here trying to be all strong and bold or whatever. Like, when did... Only in America, bro.
I believe that Black Americans, have had a group of white men become what they would aspire to be. And they don't really have a culture apart from, you know, taking what white people have given them and then they having to create from that. And you can also look at the food that they eat in the past. Obviously, I'm not talking about now, they have evolved. But in the past, they would have to eat the scraps of white people. They would have to be taught by poor white people how to take care of themselves hygienically. They had to learn from the lower class of the white, which they themselves, the white lower class, did not know shit. So it's one of those things that they took that which they saw from the lower class whites to literally assemble something for themselves and create a culture from that which has influenced the world. I'm not saying that America's culture does not have an influence. You go to Italy right now, and literally Brazil, and see just how much American culture born from that circumstances have shaped the world. Go to even African culture countries, you'd see how American culture has shaped those communities based on what they observed from hardship and them having to build from that hardship. So in a way, we're just saying they haven't unlearned that masculinity part and other things as well, like religion. They still hold on to that. There are things they hold on dear life with because, yeah, what else can we do? What else can we say? Because this is what was given to us and we have to take it. Like, they would have to disagree everything. They would have to research everything, but they won't have to disagree with Christianity and being masculine, because those are things that have become ingrained in their system. Like, the white man was literally beating it into them, like, you're going to be a Christian woman or man and you're going to found a church and you're going to pray for your oppression and continue to pray for your oppression and remain in that oppression that I'm giving you. And you're going to pray to me to save you, and I'm not going to come. And you're going to remain in that poverty, in the stagnation that I have given you as a white man, because there's really nothing else to see. And black men in America grew up seeing white men having been the authority. That is why you'd see them chasing after white women the way that they do. They chase after white women, like their life depends on it, because they believe white women to be the status of symbol. They believe that white women, as long as you have a white woman in your arm, you are closer to power. And what a pathetic take you can take from a white man, you know. And at what point they didn't allow them to have access to white women, and as much as the minute they had access to them, they went rampant. More than a black woman in America would marry a white man, but they went rampant. And to date, now they push this what is this? Interracial relationship Can you imagine the same white man that was capable of hanging them from a tree? Now they want to procreate with them. Procreate with the very same man who was hanging you from a tree not so long ago, and still, if they saw you to date as in a car going somewhere that will stop you and unalive you in your car, those are the same men that you believe that are capable of building a structure and family with, and those are the people that you want to associate yourself with. I'm gonna leave you with that thought. And they say African men for the win every time. And then when we look at Congolese men, they wind their waist like nobody's business. We're like a Congolese man. They should just continue winding their waist because that's what they're good at, because it's part of their culture. And this one says, no, no, masculinity is definitely policed outside of America. It's a different definition of masculinity and how it's practiced. Okay? Because here they actually swing that way, bro. What way? Right, Congolese especially. Yeah, they wind the waist, Congolese man. Uh, Listen to me. Listen to me. The way bros accents are fighting, we don't have the same historical background, and that's what I said. That's what I said as well. So what would they say about Congolese men? And then it's funny how we all had in mind Congolese men before I even saw. Okay, so real. They swear you're not comfortable in your skin. It's called "Do You Family" and don't worry about what people think. It's coming from an American. I'm chilling. I ain't worried about nobody. I've been waiting for somebody to bring this up. They're crazy without knowing. It depends where, because sometimes in Africa, those sentiments are there too. I beg, be yourself. We love to see it. True tea. Nah, bro, you were wrong. People, you need to slide where the Caribbean's at. We know they shake nyash, but a lot of Igbo dancers use their waist down, so they might look crazy to Onibo people. I beg, pause. Nah, in Florida there's a guy dancing in the same way. I think because we have so many Caribbean culture. Ayo, pause. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even holding hands since I came to America, everything is sexualized and pointed out like dang. Speak your truth, twin. I see what you mean. It's Europe, I guess. I've been saying this for the longest time. Me as a Congolese. So yeah, I believe I gave you the gist of an expanded conversation of what we mean actually. So like that person said, the cultural background and historical background influences what men think of masculinity and what it means for them based on their oppressors and how long they've been seeing their oppressors acting that certain way. So why Black American men saw that dancing and things that result in your waist are mainly for women, and that's what women do. So it's your colonizer basically. You're gonna assemble more to your colonizer and what you think of your colonizer and what your colonizer think of you, and you really wanting to please them, appease them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say. See you in my next video.